Residents of South Australia, every week we get on this podcast and we give you shit for not being able to bet on the UFC. We hear your cries, we hear your prayers. You're lucky, at Yenos Sports, we're a merciful bunch. We spoke to the movers and shakers, we talked to the higher-ups, we spoke to the people that make legislation and got it changed. You are now able, in South Australia, able to bet on the UFC. So when that next multi gets up, make sure you give your boys at Yenos Sports a bit of a thank, eh? This weekend, fight card. Jamal Hill, pussy, still whinging about the Powhatan loss, versus Khalil Roundtree, who, you know, on paper has probably given Powhatan his second best fight. He's paying $1.76. Obviously, the odds are subject to change. Check our terms and conditions on the website. But bit of good value for your first toe into the UFC market in South Australia. Anywhere else, also just get on. But
so make legislation great again.
Pretty much.
That's the motto of South Australia.
Yes. And
that's the motto of Neds, baby.
And that's the motto of Yenos Sports. So next time you're at the booth, vote one, vote Yenos Sports.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
So what's this story you've got for us, Stephen?
I've just got e-bikes on my mind.
Yeah, no. Friday reckons it's all I think about now.
It is. That's all I think
that's what I said.
I'm going to sell the bar, can't
Look at me. Yeah, look at me sell these things.
I've actually got a little quick funny story, and I won't name names either.
About time for you to have a story.
So someone has reached out. You know how we've got a couple e-bike leads from our distro, Steve Divnik.
Yeah.
Divnik
Someone local that we all know has and this is my train of thought, has reached out to him inquiry form on his website. And then Steve has looped this person and us and say, hey, we've got these distributors in Australia. I reckon they've doubted that we're actually an official distributor. They think we've just bought them and probably going to do it.
I don't think that.
You don't think that?
No, I think they went, fuck, I don't want to pay $3,500. I'm going to go on his website and see how much they are.
Okay, righto.
On his website, forgetting the import fees and all the rest of the other fees. And the sales agreement we have signed.
Yeah. And they throw them.
They throw them.
I just thought someone's like, I bet these D-gens don't actually have this. Let's do the exercise. And then Steve's gone, here, I'll pass you over.
Hey, we actually have some distributors in your area. Yeah. So, guys, moral of the story. We are authorised resellers Australia-wide of the Golf e-bike.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nice bike.
Are we all sitting up like this? Like
well, I don't know. He said there was a fire going on, so I'm like, can't sit forward. I thought I might just try it out for the first time, just sitting forward instead of sitting back. I don't know.
Are we all sitting up like this?
Well, I don't know.
I'm just got my feet in the fire.
School assembly or something. Yeah, we're just sort of listening into your mate about to butcher a speech or something.
Yeah, or someone's got it's like the mental health chancellor's there, and it's like, okay, guys, come on, we got to
be serious for once.
And we got to sit up and we all just be serious for a second, and then someone goes up. And
well, this is a serious story,
okay,
which
is with the
leading
serious story, Mr. Serious.
No, leading
Steve Askin.
I'm just saying this is a real life story that happened.
Serious story, Steve Askin. Say that 4 times real quick.
That happened on the weekend. Bar was absolutely fucking off its head on Saturday. I couldn't even make lowies. I sent him a big heartfelt message, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, it was very heartfelt.
And he said, didn't expect anything else.
And I sent it at probably 5 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that, so I was still going. But anyway, said person that I'm going to leave out for plausible deniability. Caught up with them, giving them a yarn about the e-bikes. Got invited. They're going over to Thailand in November for this sort of 7-day golf trip sort of thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, fucking hell, I'm going to have to get Steve Divvy on fucking if we can get the Indonesia rights as well.
Yeah.
So he might.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thailand trips out the wazoo.
Yeah.
Lexi's
And
our main distributor over there.
I'll be based in
You'll be
Thailand.
based in Bangkok.
Yeah, I'll be based in Thailand. I'll be
fuck.
I'll be head of distro over there.
That's the only way I see your life ending up.
Well,
Is you based in
but
Thailand.
that's
With
how
like
I've
multiple little girlfriends.
But that's how I've said
running
my
some
life's
sort of
going to
fucking
end
bar.
up.
Yeah. You
From
said
day
it from day
one.
dot. Yeah, you're
What's
right.
that?
I said I'm going to end up. I'll end up in one of those countries.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll just come over and visit.
Still just uphold this lifestyle forever. I
think so.
Because it's sort of a bit more accepted over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100% is. They don't give a fuck how old you are. Like, let's just party time.
But anyway, so night turns out, douche, whatever.
Night turns into day.
Because it was such a pumping night. Obviously, I'm fucking pumped up. That turns into kick-ons. Actually, where do we go? I think we went to Railway first, play the pokes for a little bit. Then we ended up going back to mine, the new Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Then said person passes out on the couch and was blind as fuck at this stage. So I've dragged his body onto a mattress, onto the floor, tucked him in, gave him a little kiss on the forehead.
As
Mickey.
Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ain't got this, watch you a little boy to me, kiss you on the forehead, 6'9". Sits up like the Undertaker, probably 3 hours later.
Boys are all kicking on around him.
Yeah, there was only a handful of people in the room at this time. Once there was 10 and it dwindled down to about 4. Sits up, Undertaker style. I go, bush. Like, I go, holy fuck, what's going on? I said, bro, do you need a spew? He goes, nah, all fucking hazed and dazed, going, no, I just need to do a piss, man. Wakes up. I think he had done one piss prior to that. So, like, sort of discombobulated. You know, when you fucking just been to a house once.
Yeah.
You wake up in someone's bed, you're facing the wall. Where when you went to sleep, you were facing the door. You think you've fucking been buried alive.
Well, or you do a me and wake up in a house you don't recognise, and then it turns out you broke into a house. And, your house. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Marlene's house.
Yeah.
My former residence. Yeah. Wakes up, walks out into the kitchen, just like out of his peripheral vision, must have thought, just seen a round opening.
Oh, no.
In some sleep paralysis, sleepwalking stage.
Ben.
Gets the cock out.
No.
Unleashes a piece of doom
Yeah.
in this bin, like this big, like one of those big
Fills the
plastic.
bin. Yeah, 45
Like black
litre.
tub.
45 litre. Yeah.
45 litre black fucking
Yeah,
ribbed.
stainless steel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Filled
one.
the bin probably like
Yeah,
that
decent
much,
amount.
bro.
Probably 2 litres. Yeah.
Like pissing like black caviar,
Yeah.
Nathan Tinkler style.
Yeah. Once it had been flushed with fresh water. Yeah.
And I am just absolutely pissing myself laughing, whereas he's pissing his pants.
Yeah.
And I just say to him, fuck, man, I cannot wait to ring you on Monday when you're sobered up, just to let you know that you've unleashed a piss of doom
In my kitchen.
in my kitchen in the bin.
So was there a liner in there, knowing you probably not?
There was, but it was like half.
Yeah, lipped.
It was-
sort of thing.
Yeah,
it was
big enough
half
for the
So
out.
it had to be a full tip on lawn, hose
Yeah.
out job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you really think he would have fucking...
Yeah,
He's
hosed
probably
it.
still sitting in his fucking...
Yeah.
It's just like this lining of sticky fucking.
Yeah, what the fuck's this? What's this bin juice?
Yeah. But anyway, some can, some can't.
So did you ring him?
That's it.
No, I didn't, because turns out from that sesh, so that was, don't know, like 5 a.m.
Sunday.
Sunday morning. I've ended up going to work the bar, no sleep.
Yeah.
Then went
And
from
then you were kicking on Monday
then-
and he was ringing you.
yeah, well, then went from that sesh to another sesh, and then kicked on to about 3 a.m. Monday.
Yeah, fuck.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
As your parents
But-
would say.
yeah.
Had my wits about me the whole time, you know.
Yeah, that is the one
Always
impressive
on.
thing
In that
about you. You always have your
alcohol-
wits about you.
Never changes your state of mind,
No.
state of consciousness,
I believe
state
it was-
of decision
Doesn't change
making.
my vocabulary.
I
Like,
believe
I'm
it was
having-
Ernest Hemingway that had that skill. could
But I'm
drink
having,
whiskey
like-
by the bottle and still be the same person.
Yeah.
Vocabulary fine, no
So
slurring.
would you
Yeah.
say you're not even more like chattier or get into deeper conversations, or you would?
No, I'm just saying it doesn't matter where the context of the night can travel, like whether we're gambling on fucking cornhole and being DJs going fucking dush, everyone's spinning, whatever, throwing stupid yarns, dancing like fucking Drake in what's that song? 905 Shelby Drive, look alive. Is it
Yeah,
that
look
it?
alive,
Yeah.
JB Blockboy and Drake.
Yeah, Block Boy when he's dancing like that.
Yeah.
Dancing, whether I'm dancing like that or then if someone wants to have a dead set serious conversation with me, then I can just go bullsh.
But are you saying, yeah, from when you're sober to in an inebriated state, like, you know how people say, oh, you're having these kitchen sink yarns. Like,
Yeah.
would you have yarns or
But I can have them sober.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, that's the thing is you never know really like the Hulk. Well, I suppose you do know with the Hulk when he's the Hulk and when he's fucking Dr. Banner. But with you, we just don't know when you're sober or
Yeah.
non-sober.
I'm always
except for when he puts his head on a wall and it's fucking that.
Leaky
Yeah.
at the back.
leaky head.
Leaky head.
I'm always
You're always on, never off, and you're
Well, I
always
think
the good guy in every.
That's the name of the Thai bar you are going to have when you're older.
Right.
Leaky head.
leaky head.
That's good.
That's
I
good.
don't mind leaky head.
Leaky
head's
head on
good.
a big neon sign.
Yeah,
and it's
green
like some-
neon sign.
Where's
It's like
there-
some Pickle Rick character with his
Yeah,
fucking
leaky
bottle,
head,
like a
and there's just,
cocktail
yeah,
hanging out his head.
Fucking
Is there a bar? I just thought of one then, like you referencing the Hulk. I'm always Jekyll and Hyde. You know, you don't know.
yeah. Bipolar,
That's
they
a
call
cool.
that.
That's a cool name for a club, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, I actually think
Is that
there
the Hulk's character's
Nah.
name?
No, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or whatever.
Yeah, it's
it
the
is.
old
it is.
school
Oh, okay.
Incredible Hulk.
It's sort of like
It's
Hulk.
the Incredible Hulk, essentially.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Or
Ones
like
who
Frankenstein.
What,
famed-
from the comic? From the
It's
comic
from this.
books or
It's
something?
from when they did Frankenstein and Dracula and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And the Mummy and all this sort of stuff. Before there was the Incredible Hulk, there was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And so Dr. Jekyll was this, renowned scientist, and then in the nighttime he'd turn into
It's
Mr.
Spider-Man
Hyde.
and Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
it's fucking
Yeah.
Venom and whoever that cunt is in Venom. Tom Hardy.
Brock,
Brock Purdy.
Eric Brock.
Peter
yeah.
Pettigrew.
I don't know who it is. His name's fucking something. Eddie Brock. That's
Eddie
his
Brock,
name.
yeah,
His
that's
name's
it.
Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. But
Ned
yeah,
Brockman.
no, when it comes to... So I think there is a bar, I believe if we looked it up now, if we had our fact checker, we would. But there is a bar called already
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
That's a sick name.
It's
In
a pretty
like
good name for a
in
bar.
like a Thai country, or
No, I think it's just here in Australia. I think there is, from memory. And my memory's the worst, so this could be a thing or it might not be.
so
Spelled
Jacqueline Hyde.
Jacqueline Hyde. No, it's
Yeah.
Jekyll.
J-
Jeckyl. And Hyde is HYDE.
Or L-Y, Jekyll.
Is it this one's going JACQE UELINE like Jacqueline
Jacqueline
Hyde.
Hyde. Yeah, so I would assume
Is that
she's
what it
the
is?
owner of the bar. No, Jekyll is spelled Jeckyl.
I thought it was J-E-K.
Jek.
J-E-K.
Could be
Jekyll.
Jekyl.
Oh yeah,
L.
Jack Y double L.
Oh, double L. Yeah, Jacqueline Hyde. It is a bar, isn't
Jekyll
it?
Hyde.
Jekyll Hyde. There we go.
Jekyll
Bar.
and Hyde. Like ampersand.
Yeah, ampersand Hyde. It is a bar
Yep, done.
and it is in
Sydney.
Victoria, St
Nah,
Kilda.
Melbourne.
St Kilda, wow.
Told ya.
There
That's
you
a
go.
sick name.
It is a sick name
It
for
is.
a bar. Also, it's Leaky Head.
Jekyll. Leaky Head's got something to it.
Leaky Head's definitely.
There's something
It
there,
sounds
boys.
like a Thai bar, Leaky Head.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, St Kilda's newest 2-story venue.
Wow, how many followers?
Bustling Ackland Street. 2K, not too many.
Nice.
2K away from us.
Oh,
2K
2K followers, same as us.
Same as us.
So
Mr.
level
Jerry.
one, Dr. Jekyll's British Tavern. Level 2, Mr. Hyde's Garden Bar and Nightclub.
Nightclub,
kinda
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
I like the concept.
I like the concept too.
Yeah, because Mr. Hyde's like a little bit fucking
Bit more
skits.
rogue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
right.
schizo. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's and Dr. Jekyll was
Dr. Jekyll's
the
nice,
scientist,
professional
professional.
Board
Yeah.
meetings,
Yep.
tappers,
Yeah.
lunch,
Tavern.
charcuterie board,
Yeah.
sashimi,
Yep.
You really
espresso,
You really are a Jekyll and Hyde
Piccolo.
character.
When are you going to expand your offering and offer me a cheese board when I come to Never.
Nah.
Never.
Nah. Stick
I'm
to what
just
you know.
saying-
Cunt doesn't
about to
have a
sell-
bed to sleep in.
I'm about to sell the bar and fucking just go
Invest
all
in
in on
e-bikes.
e-bikes.
Yeah, cool. I'm okay with that.
Bro, I'm going to be the fucking Indo.
So we're 1 week into the
Distributor.
e-bikes. Yeah, we're Indo. We're 1 week into the distribution of the e-bikes.
And
Taking it to a charity day, heaps more
how
test
did
rides.
that go, actually? How
Yeah.
was the
Yeah,
charity
great.
day?
Yeah, no, it was very good. A lot of different age groups there. It was fucking full on. They had like 100. They must have had 50 carts. So they had to borrow the members' carts.
Holy
so they must
shit.
tell them that they're going to borrow them or something. Or
See,
like,
how do we like tap into a golf day?
Anyone jump on the bikes?
Yeah. A few from the thing just took it for a little lap around
I
the
see
demo spot.
Sato
And
and,
then, at the end
Halliday.
of the day, I saw Soto and Halliday on hole 6, and I was like, "Wait, go for a lap. We're going to be
I
here."
love it or what?
Yeah, Jimmy's like, I
I
hate
love that
golf.
little video he got.
Yeah, Jimmy's like, I fucking hate golf. I'm buying one of these though, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Gave-
nice.
Gave
Bikes.
it to Carl Reinhardt to take for a lap because
he's
him
a
and
bit of an
Durf,
avid golfer,
him and Durf usually go walking their 9. He took it for a spin, got a bit scared, and brought it back. So look, nothing
Yeah.
against you there, Carl. Obviously, once you have a
When
bit
you
more
buy
of a-
one off us, we'll dial down the speed
yeah,
settings,
we'll,
brother.
we'll
Plug
cap
it into the PC.
the speed limit for you.
Yeah.
I think also maybe because I only had one to give him, he didn't want to leave Durf in the fucking
Yeah, okay.
in the lurch. Durf in the lurch. That's a name for a bar as well.
Yeah.
So look, no, a few test rides. They were all pretty happy with it. Obviously, did a bit of technical support with our first buy down in New South Wales today.
I just got a text a few moments ago. Just spoken to Jack. Issues resolved. Thank you very much.
I'm telling everyone now that I'm technical support.
So what? You're brand ambassador, you're
Yeah.
tech support, and I
Yeah.
guess I'm still like head of logistics.
Head of
marketing
logistics,
operations.
yeah. I even threw you under the bus a little bit today. I said, "Oh yeah, mate, I've been away." Like
Brando's a bit of a pen pusher, eh? Like he doesn't.
Brando's a bit of a pen pusher. You know, I got
Fucking
a bit of
oath, cunt. I
experience
would've-
in the yeah.
I would have thrown me under the bus too.
Yeah, just made us look like
Soften the blow.
Yeah,
like you and him.
soften the- yeah.
You and him are now bros.
Me and him were definitely bros.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the best part of having three, a group of three. We can all throw each other under the bus,
It's
you
the
At the same
triangle.
time.
know. The Bermuda Triangle.
It's the Bermuda
Yeah.
Triangle.
The Golden Triangle.
Yeah.
cunt.
Yes, Steve was an hour late dropping off my demo bikes. Yeah, sorry, man. He's fucking a bit all over the shop. Eh?
Yeah.
He's fucking needs
He's-
to grow up a bit.
He's
eh?
just
Like-
brand ambassador. He's not logistics, you
Yeah.
know. Like, yeah. So no. Anyway, that all worked out well. So thank you, Glenn. Glad I could resolve your issue. Feels good being tech support.
Yeah.
Solving people's
More
problems.
content to come. We obviously put a few little teasers out there on the socials, but that's just a little taste test of more to come, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
So, yeah.
I don't know how we end up. Yeah, I think Big Caddy, obviously, when they come up and do their golf day, which will be soon, you know, don't hold us to it. It's
And
obviously
then,
all in the
yeah,
fucking...
obviously that other social lab one down in Goldie, which
Oh,
we need to lock that away. So there's just shit like that that's going to be on all the time that we
Yeah,
just
I know.
need to try and make work
Yeah.
Yeah.
with all of our commitments, you know?
Yeah. I still think... I think...
Speak for yourselves.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Yeah, I think moving forward, and this is off air or on air or whatever. Moving
Off
forward,
air or on air?
yeah, it doesn't matter. But
Well,
like-
if
Definitely
it's
on
off
air.
yeah, I know. But what I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter if it's on air or off air. Anyway, moving on. I think the best way to do it is set them up before the golf day, so everyone sees them when they get there. During the run of the golf day, there wasn't too many people. I didn't get too many people come up to me afterwards of the golf day, and I sat near the bikes after the golf
just
day
ride around and
see
talk
if,
to 'em.
yeah, because like basically like I think it's better if before the golf day they're stationary. During the golf day, you're running around giving people free rides.
Yeah, going,
After
"Watch
the
how
golf
quick
day,
this goes, brother."
Yeah, like, whoop. After the golf day, back at the stand you were at the start. And just like, because at the end of the golf day, we all did an auction and all this sort of stuff, so everyone's like around you, obviously, and they wanted to come chat and be like, oh, that's such a fucking good idea. I'm like,
Well, in a perfect world, like those golf days down in Brazil and that, like, yeah, you have your hole, everyone basically cycles through your hole, and it's like,
yeah,
it's
so
probably-
we'd get on, take
you're
it for
probably
a spin.
doing, you're probably doing your demos there almost, you know,
Yeah,
because
literally.
everyone comes past. But
Whereas I
anyway,
was playing in the golf day.
yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
sorta- yeah.
That's all right, bro.
But no, they ended up raising a bit of money for Dan Barber. Was
Yep.
the Dan Barber golf day.
Yep.
So, yeah, shout out to Dan and hope he gets better soon. And
Yeah, it's
glad
good
we
they had
could
a
raise
good
heap of
turnout,
money.
bro.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like
Yep.
I said, 50 carts. They had to borrow the members' carts, which was fucking crazy. We
Our
got
f- our first sponsorship from us to someone else, right? I think.
Yeah, we actually sponsored someone,
Yeah.
which is pretty, or sponsored today.
Yeah.
But yeah, our first sponsorship.
Yeah.
Chuck
for
that in the
sure.
books. That's going in the archives.
Fucking oath, our first outbound sponsorship.
Talking about archives and chucking it in there and our first thing and all the rest of it. So this week, I found this fucking... I was in Reddit on conspiracy threads and like looking at all this shit. And this is the first I've heard of this, maybe because like I was too young back in the day. But there was a chick in 1999 wrote a manga cartoon called The Future I Saw, right? And the day before she's meant to go to publish, she hasn't like finalised the front cover. And on the front cover was like a heap of these predictions. And she's like, righto, last one, couldn't remember. Like, just didn't know what to put on, what the prediction was. That night goes to sleep. In the dream, sees the cover and the one she left blank, it had on there, the great disaster will happen March 2011. So this is in 1999. Does it, submits it, does a small print, nothing major, like wasn't the popularist, wasn't the worst, just did a small print. She retired after that. That was her last manga, anime, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fast forward to March 2011. Massive earthquake happens just off the coast of Japan. Fukushima melts down. Afterwards, everyone's like, people knowing the book were like, holy fuck. Sends it to all the media. Media's like, this is like insane. What are the fucking odds? They try and track her down, but because she wrote under a pen name, very hard to track her down. She didn't really want like the fame. Stayed in hiding. This other person came out and like fake pretended to be her, and then like also gave all these like real fucking bizarre predictions. So then she came out and like redid
Said this is an imposter.
This is an imposter. This is the real me. Proved it with like tax returns going back and blah blah blah, all this other shit. And then came up with like a new release where they do like a collector's edition or whatever. And she like added in another prediction that like the great disaster will happen. No, not the great disaster. Fuck. The great calamity will happen in July 2025. And the reason it's popping up is like obviously Israel, Iran, missiles at one another.
Nuclear fucking
Nuclear war
tension.
is like the closest it's ever been.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, that seems like so spooky.
Yeah, I know.
That this chick like can obviously like, because if she, let's just say she get, okay, let's just aside. They exchange one nuke each. They're a little nuke. Everyone goes, holy fuck, calm down. And they stop and there's nuclear fallout, thousands, millions dead, whatever.
Whatever.
Thousands,
millions dead, all good.
Yeah.
What do we then think about because like that is, she's tapped into something, some sort of streamline ahead of its time. She's dreamt, like...
So she never claimed she was like some time traveler.
No, never. Just had a dream.
She's had these visions.
And like now that you hear more about like these theories like Thomas Campbell on the Joe Rogan Experience, like that all these remote viewers, you know, they can see future and past events and stuff like that. And they, you know, astral project and stuff. She may have just been a receiver. Like that the timeline, like, so what they say is like, this is the timeline. The consciousness above it, time doesn't exist, and we're all little avatars of the group consciousness. So somehow she was able to receive this event from the future into her past body or her past mind, whatever. Maybe the wires were crossed. Don't know how that works, but it does. If she was able to predict 2 from 2 of these hectic events, month and year, I think that like we would then be going to her and they would be like studying her.
We'd be like, see that river there? You walk across it.
Yeah.
And then we'll put you to the stake.
Yeah. Let's see if you're Jesus 2.0.
Yeah. Jesus is resurrected once again.
But I swear to God, if a nuclear exchange happens in July 2025, I want to know who this
Let's
chick
go back
is.
to 2011. Was
Yeah.
that...
Well, it's 1999 she wrote the book.
Yeah, but the 2011 disaster, like how specific is she in that manifesto or whatever?
Great. It was the prediction on the cover was there will be a great earthquake in March 2011.
So,
Yeah,
so she nailed the disaster.
Nailed the disaster, nailed the month, nailed the year.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
the location, which is
No, it
absolutely...
was. No. Sorry, she said it was in Japan. Sorry, apologies.
right.
Yeah, she nailed all 4 then. Yeah, 4 predictions on this one thing.
Yeah, right.
Which is fucking
Fuck,
like...
Park's here to tip the NRL fucking this weekend. Cut.
Say we've got a job still pending.
Impossible challenge.
Yeah, she's like,
Chinese
I can't do that,
So,
bro.
yeah, toughing out there. I can't do it.
So how specific has she been on this one? But
So it's just-
like a global.
She's just called it the Great Calamity.
What's calamity mean?
Like
Same.
disaster sort
Yeah.
of thing. July 2025. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're only a couple of weeks away, so
Maybe
Very
it's
close.
all golf clubs cease to hire out buggies.
golf buggies.
Because
Yeah,
fucking
And 3
and
young.
one company owns the fucking monopoly on
Yeah.
the
now have
e-bike.
seats in the US Senate because they're so powerful in the
3 young
distributing
podcasters from Central
logistics game.
Queensland mop up the fucking disaster with their e-bikes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Senator Stephen Dignick.
Like the Titan submarine, Stockton Rush.
Holy.
I'll buy a senator and I'll just fucking...
So you all
I
watch that now?
I
or
end
what?
up watching it, yeah.
yeah, what'd you
It's
think?
fucking
Good?
skits, man.
He's just
Yeah.
he's,
He was a schizo.
I felt sorry for that South African or Irish fucking head of
Scottish,
engineer.
Scottish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
head of
yeah.
engineer that
Bro,
he
then
had.
he fucking went to OSHA, which is like Workplace Health and Safety, put in a fucking thing and was like, these cunts are going to kill someone. And
Well,
they're like,
yeah.
nah, sorry.
I see the inquiry still going, so surely something out of that comes. If something is so serious, the guy or whoever he inquired to, they have to follow that through, like not just go, oh, he withdrew because of legal
Yeah,
pressure.
they may be
So
doing
that
some
means
internal
That
review.
means it's invalid. Like,
Yeah, you can't just withdraw a claim once it's made. It's resolved.
because if
or
they
it's-
didn't sue him, like those people probably wouldn't have died. You know, like
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they got
exactly.
onto him, but.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy, eh? Like
Yeah.
just how all
Crazy
them
how it all
little
works.
them little test ones failed, and he was running out of cash. He's like, just build it.
What I
build
didn't
it, cunt.
understand, he made it down to the Titanic. Like
That's,
two
that's
or
what
three
the New
times or
Zealander
some
guy
shit.
goes.
Yeah.
He goes, him making it down once isn't. He's like, I will never, ever be able to tell you how he made it down once,
Yeah.
let
Alone
alone
four-
10
oh,
times.
over
I
10
think he went
times.
down 10 times
in different
total.
vessels, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I will never. He's like, I genuinely don't know how the fuck that happened.
That's just like dumb, stupid luck. Like
Yeah, and that's what
It
he's
is.
saying. He's like, it was going to fail no matter what. That was inevitable.
Yeah.
Regardless that he made it down once, twice, 3, 10 times, that was just
because those
astronomical
tests were
luck.
failing at like
Correct.
Yeah,
at those
halfway.
depths.
39,
At those depths.
39 or whatever you made
Yeah,
that
he's like,
fucking
oh, let's
note.
say I made it to 4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
then, like, the sheer arrogance of him to say, like, we're the safest sub in the world because our sub will tell us when
When
it's
it's
reaching. And then when it starts to tell him, he's like, keep going.
Yeah.
It's just going pop, 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 and he's going,
just
let's
like,
just
nah,
send
keep
it.
going, keep
Giddy
sending
pop,
it.
pop. Yeah.
Do you reckon there was a part of him? This is my sort of theory.
Well, I told you this in the car the other day, didn't I?
we were
Come back
talking
from
about
UK.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, he reached a thing, and he went, there's 2 options. I either
Die with the lie, brother. Deny.
Yes,
He's the king. He died with the lie,
He
bro.
died with the lie, or the other option was, admit I'm wrong to everyone.
No, that's
And
not an
have
option,
no
brother.
money.
Me and Stockton Rush.
Well, that's what I said. You're very similar.
Yeah.
We'll never admit you're wrong. Die with the lie.
No, I can admit when I'm wrong, but
yeah,
but fucking
never.
yeah, that's.
But I'm never wrong.
I'm never
I'm
wrong.
never
yeah.
wrong, so I've never had to admit it.
Yeah, I've
But
never had
if
to
I
admit
ever
it.
was wrong, I'd tell you. So,
My little theory was, he sort of, he knew that it was going to fuck up at some point. He was just willing to gamble his life and others. But the final one, he got these multiple billionaires on. He was running out of money. I think he wanted to just go down, show them. They go, fuck yeah, let's invest.
And
in
he's
this.
going like, I'm
He's-
about to be the SpaceX, at the blue pill or whatever the fuck
What was
Jeff
it?
Bezos
Big
is called.
swinging dicks. He wanted
Big
to,
swinging dick. I want to
Yeah.
be like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. He thought, well, if I can just get them down and up, and be like, oh, look, we've had a critical fail. We need you to invest, and we're going to have a fleet of
I
these
reckon he
everywhere.
knew that one was, it was like,
Yeah.
it was touch and
And he's-
go.
yeah.
But he was willing to fucking
He was
put
willing
his
to
life
gamble.
on the line.
He is like you. Willing to gamble his full life.
Put your life on the line.
I'm gonna
I
put my
invested,
life on the line,
I
whatever you
invested my
believe in.
last dollar into the e-bikes, brother.
It's to me. It's up to me.
I borrowed everything against my name.
Did you boys watch the Travis Scott one as well?
Yeah, I watched the Travis Scott one too.
It was good too.
interesting.
It was good. I actually sort of feel for him in a
Yeah,
way that there was
100%.
so many other failures before it got to him.
Oh,
you
that
know what
Live
I mean?
Nation needs to fucking
Yeah.
absolutely
Like there was no complete evidence to say that anyone buzzed him in his like little sound ears
Yeah,
to stop
'cause-
the show. They're like they can't confirm if they actually
whoever
did.
that one person was.
that they couldn't find.
No, well,
No, that texted and said, I
Said
want this on record. Yeah,
that I do not approve of this.
Yeah,
and this needs
someone-
to be shut down.
sick.
That's a smart.
That's
Someone
so
will
whoever that
die.
was.
Is that one? He
Yeah.
said someone will die.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
This
person,
is getting unsafe. Someone
That's like
will
some
die.
Stockton Rush shit.
Yeah. It
Level
literally was.
genius.
But that must be a series. On
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck.
Because there's that Woodstock,
Woodstock.
Yeah,
one.
I've got to watch that one.
I
I think you were telling me about
so
it.
sick.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that one,
Nah,
but
I need to watch that one.
Yeah.
We actually just put, I think we were all talking about all this on the weekend in one of the many, many hours. We were like, many moons.
The many
moon was
universes,
crazy, actually. On
Yeah,
the
it
weekend.
was.
The moon.
look at the moon. He was all going, look at the moon.
Yeah, I actually put the clip of Korn coming out. Fucking in the Woodstock one, and it's fucking crazy. Rain cut?
Yeah, bro.
People.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's raining, man.
Steve
Hallelujah.
Dibnick. Righto.
Righto, bro.
Well,
Give us this casino run, man. We're on the topic of docos,
Yeah,
stories,
Yes.
hope.
And
And
this
this
is
is
just
what's the
faith.
opposite of a train wreck?
Safe
story.
voyage.
Safe voyage?
what's one of those like Japanese speed bullet trains called?
A bullet
A
train.
bullet train.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a bullet train.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
yeah,
opposite
it
of
was-
that is a train wreck.
Yeah, train
Yeah.
wreck. Yeah, actually, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So this is a bullet train of a story at
So-
a casino,
Episode
right?
126. It is a sport and gambling podcast, and
Yeah.
welcome to the sport
Well,
and
yeah,
gambling
nice.
part.
Well, it
Yeah.
might morph into something else. So
Oh,
keep
yeah.
your, keep your eyes and ears.
Oh,
peeled.
yeah.
It always is willing to morph. Always willing to morb.
Morphine.
Morb.
Yeah.
Just double drop morbs.
Yeah, just a couple
Morbing.
morbing out.
Mode fiving.
Yeah, so friend of mine, name not to be named. He made that very clear when I saw him.
We're
on
very
Saturday.
nameless this podcast.
We're very
eh?
nameless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've all had a nameless story.
I don't know why he wants it nameless. Like it's kind of good. Kind of good. It is good.
Because your network's your net worth, brother. And
So-
coming out the woodwork.
He's given himself responsibly, I might add, responsible gambling.
Beautiful.
Given himself a limit of $500.
Oh, yeah, nice.
He's at the casino. He's gone on a bit of a run. The run's gone no good. First half of this story is a train wreck.
Well, see, I was going to say, how often is it when you give yourself a responsible gambling measure of $500, you fucking...
You've
How-
got to stick
how
to
off-
it.
Yeah, but
you
how-
set your deposit limit
how
and
off-
you stick to it.
In
Yes,
a casino,
yes.
how often does that happen? It's,
Well, we want all of our listeners to do that every
Oh.
time they're in the casino. We want
no,
them to
we're
gamble responsibly.
preaching responsible gambling.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do still.
Yes,
a
but we
casino
preach it
for
for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he's given himself. He's pretty good at this.
We can only you can lead a horse to water, bro. You can't make it drink.
So this is very responsible gambling as well. Left his wallet, left his cards, everything back in
Nice.
the room. Took the cash with him.
Beautiful.
That's
That is
awesome.
responsible gambling.
That is
Measures
responsible
out the
gambling.
fucking wazoo.
Because then once you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
So
Well, not unless you got mates there.
this is
And
where-
then you start ticking off them.
yeah. So he said to this one mate,
Or if you're a gold member at Star and you've got credit.
Can
Yeah.
rack the bill up.
Yeah. That's when,
service.
that's when that responsible gambling measure actually backfires into a very irresponsible
into a
gambling measure.
spiral. Yeah. So says to his mate, hey, listen,
Both of which I've been privy to.
I need $100 just to, do the drinks and everything for the rest of the night. Yeah, all good. He's gotten the $100 in his hand. One crisp $100 note.
Beautiful.
On the way to the bar, he's gone, fuck it, Hail Mary. Literally, Hail Mary.
Yeah.
No, not Bloody Mary, just Hail Mary.
Yeah. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Pulled up.
Roosters.
Pulled up at the table. He lost all the 500 on. Still had the same people there and everything.
What was he playing?
Blackjack.
Yeah.
Gets down the table, first hand, full 100. Doesn't do
Yeah.
halves.
Beautiful.
Full 100, blackjack, straight off.
Yeah. So that
Right.
pays 150, I'm pretty sure. Like,
yeah, 150. So
yeah,
now he's
so-
got 250 in his
yeah,
hands.
yeah.
Righto, drops back down to $50 bet
Responsible.
responsibly. Drops down to 50. Card comes out. Can't remember what it was. Splits it. 50-50. Both hands win. Comes back. Up the bet. 100. Splits again.
Yep.
So what can you split when you get the same number?
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
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 I think there's some same numbers you can't split though. Is that right?
Anyway.
Anyway. Splits again at 100. Both hands win. Bang, bang.
Wow.
Doesn't increase further than 125 each hand. 125, 125. Oh, sorry. Doesn't play two hands, sorry. Just one hand. 125 now he's gone up to. Again. Splits it.
Wow.
Gets it up again.
So at this stage, that's probably just by
I think
my
we
quick
spent
math.
$600.
No,
No,
that
maybe
at
like
that stage
1,000.
that'd be like 1,500 there.
Oh, well
After
then that's where it cuts out. That's
Yeah.
the end of the story because he walked. Oh no, he must have done one more because he gave the person back the $100. No, maybe it must have been around there because I think he won $1,600, gave the person back the 100 that he borrowed, left $1,500.
Yeah,
up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1,000 prof because he lost that 500.
So he just went on a fucking 5-hand heater of doom.
Yeah, and apparently the people around the table were just like, "What the?"
They thought he was
far
Oz
out is going?"
Perlman.
They
Which-
did think he was Oz Perlman.
Which I heard today, a la our fucking 100 into 10K challenge. I heard today if you start at $500 and flip it 11 times, you're a millionaire.
50, like
Is that just
50
doubling
50.
the money?
Just go. boss.
500,000, 1,000, 2, 4,
2, 4,
8,
4,
16,
8,
32,
32,
64, 128, 256,
256, yeah.
then whatever's 256, 5, and then
512
yeah, 512 million.
milli.
Bang.
Wow, that's fucked, mate.
So just 11 double ups.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
That's
like
a lot,
11
bro. That
all
is
out.
that is a lot after like.
Yeah.
But are you just saying this on blackjack?
No, I'm saying, yeah, 11
Well,
all
Blackjack
out.
will play odds of, like,
Well,
if you
11
put 500 down, you'll win 500 back.
Yeah, but no casino's taking action of a
$256.
$500,000 hand.
On a $500 table.
Like Dana White has fucking like a $75,000 baccarat.
Yeah.
like,
And that's
hand
pretty up
credit
there.
limit.
Yeah.
And that's like specially for
Yeah,
him.
like once you get up to that 100K, like your options are very limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
They're
now
not just going to let you bankrupt
You
the
just need to
casino.
go like do a coin flip with fucking Nick Politis or something.
Yeah.
paper scissors rock.
Yeah,
with Mark
yeah,
Boris.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we were
right.
just gambling. Yeah. It's nothing to do with my contract,
Yeah.
Yeah.
allegedly.
Anyway, just
Nice.
to like to put that out in the ether. If anyone wants to try and become a quick millionaire, all you need is $500 and 11 flips, and you're fucking there.
Obviously, gamble responsibly, well within your means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What do we got, boys?
I think we
I'm
should
lost
probably
in the
get-
abyss of it all.
I think we should probably get to the sport.
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
we got? I
What
want
do
to
you got,
start with
bro?
the golf
Yeah, okay. Let's
because
do
I
it.
got a little.
Oh, we're a golfing podcast.
Yeah, we're a golfing podcast. Yeah.
Golfing brand. We've morbed into a golf brand.
We've morbed into a golf brand.
JJ Spawn, someone no one's ever fucking heard of. Wins the US Open,
Which is the hardest, apparently.
which if you'd seen any of the highlights, it had rough as high as my kneecaps.
Not even joking. That was probably
And you're like all the fucking big dogs just fucking douche. Like fucking Min Woozy 7 over or
Yeah.
11 over the first round.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fucking, just putting cunts to the sword.
Yeah.
Watched a little clip and I'm just sus on all this fucking social media stats and stars. Fucking stats
happened?
don't lie. Fucking, why is my shit showing me all this shit? But it seems to be after the fact. Like, Bulldogs are fucking top of the table. fucking 2004, cunts are working it out. Like, where was all this information
3 weeks
prior
ago.
to the season when I could bet on fucking doggies to win the title?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No one's doing that deep research into the weeds.
Yeah.
So, anyway, watch this clip on BR betting.
Oh, that guy. Did you bet on Sap Straka as well?
Well, that was it. That was
who I
it.
bet on.
No, he had JJ Spawn in there.
Oh, yeah, and
It was-
cancelled him out because in the last 50 years he didn't meet some... Because
So-
every winner at the US Open in the last 50 years met this criteria. He had 20...
Well,
it was
bro-
Jack Better Jack. That's who it was.
Yeah, he had 25 names, bro. He had fucking... And, bro, like,
DeChambeau, Rory,
all these stats
Min,
were like, you got to be in the top 25 of the current year in fucking greens and regulation.
The last 50 winners of the US Open have met this criteria,
Criteria.
and he slowly cut them all out.
It was
and
like,
let
he was
one
playing like
name.
guess who?
And that was what 5 that could technically win it or something.
No, he got it down to one.
Bro, he got
one.
down to
And
one.
Who was it?
That's Sepp Straka, who
But
was sent
it was
through.
JJ Spawn and this Sepp Straka cunt.
So they were the last 2.
They were the last 2, bro. And anyway, I went to go fucking put a bet on both of them. Sepp Straka was paying like
$34.
Yeah, but at the stage,
Neds.
it was fucking live betting. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and JJ Spawn was the first round current leader. End up winning the fucking thing.
Wow.
And I'm just going, what the fuck, man?
That's some
I
pretty
was literally
fucking...
like 3 hours too late.
Did you see the caption there on that thing though? Apparently he used that method, like
He used it with with Scotty Scheffler to win the players.
yeah, and he also used it with MLB, NHL, NFL. Like he used it with
For
a
all
heap of stuff.
futures bets or...
Or
Yeah,
futures.
Yeah, futures. Yeah, he done it before
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah.
But would
Actually,
NFL
I'll
be
find
the
clip.
Super Bowl or is it just to win like a
No,
week?
it was definitely Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It
Super
was-
Bowl, yeah.
maybe some-
But anyway,
Anyway, we digress.
Anyway, JJ Spawn wins it, drains his fucking monster fucking
I
putt
think
that
even
was
the-
going up, down, fucking left, right.
I think
fucking-
even the Yanos bikes would struggle at the US Open.
Yeah.
The amount of rough that was there was crazy.
Oh, I don't know, man. Those things are pretty fucking powerful. So, like, I've got that thing popping monos, can't like
Yeah,
like it's the wild Mustang that the man from Snowy River couldn't.
Does anyone know what that fucking noise is outside? I feel like there's a UFO outside here to fucking abduct us.
Probably is,
We
Carl.
were talking about the man from someone was telling me that the main vein under your cock is called a banjo. It's called a banjo
that's
string.
A banjo string. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the vein. It's a little thing connecting the shaft to your knob. The only reason I know it, won't mention names, but a
He was-
guy.
Someone was saying someone snapped him.
Yes, yeah, you might have heard the same story
Well,
as me. He was
I
fucking.
was hanging out with that crew.
Yeah,
I was
right.
kicking on
Yeah,
with-
he was fucking a girl.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Thought it was her period. No, it was him. He'd snapped his banjo string.
Yeah. And then,
Apparently-
just for context, I made a man from Snowy River joke prior, like probably 10
Banjo
minutes.
Patterson.
10 minutes prior to this, and then
Yes.
bought it back because I'm a fucking always
Genius.
on, never off, genius, stand-up comic.
Yes,
That's
it
how my
was.
mind works.
Good guy.
Bought it back, called it Banjo Cock
Child
Patterson.
prodigy. That's not too bad.
And then, didn't get a reaction from said person. I said, bro, come on. I was like, that joke was elite.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me about this banjo string that I've never heard of. Fucking, I was talking about man from Snowy River.
He's the only person I've known that it's snapped on. Well, that's told me, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not something you go fucking telling everyone about.
Anyway, the title of this podcast is called
Banjo
Nameless Stories.
Nameless stories. Guess
Nameless-
who? It'll be called Guess Who.
Guess Who,
That's what
yeah.
we're going to call the episode.
What else happened on the weekend in sport, bros?
Fucking Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah. They're
Pumped. The Cowboys.
Fins up.
playing some good footy,
Went to
eh?
fit stop Saturday morning. There was only 4 people there and I was one of them.
What's that? Fit stop?
Yeah, went to fit stop on the weekend. Me, Tyler, 2 others, and James was Steve's brother was coaching us, and he was just saying, boys, the Finns could go on a little run.
Yeah.
And then that night dusted the fucking cows.
58-4 or something.
And they've got
Which is crazy.
and their next couple games they've got Knights, Rabbits into a bye, and they're sitting in 6. So he was just
Wow.
saying they could be positioning themselves very nice leading into like the last
Top 4.
run to the finals, which is
Yeah.
just like it's just
That would be
crazy,
unreal if
man.
they
Like you
did.
still look at their team on paper and
It's
you almost just discard them every week. Going,
Yeah,
they're-
absolutely.
They're like the Titans when they first come around. The first couple of years, you go, they won't do anything. They still haven't. But,
Well, I don't know. That first year, like, they defied everyone's expectations.
Dolphins? Or,
Yeah, the Dolphins.
Yeah, like dusting the Roosters in the first ever
round.
game and fucking...
Yeah, people saying, like, they're absolutely going to be the wooden spoon.
Well, didn't they win like 4 or 5 in a row?
in a row at the start of the season, I think. And everyone was like,
Fins up, fins up.
that's what, that was probably the best thing they could have ever done because people just went,
Yeah.
I'm on.
And by default, like they are my team now because I denounced the Bronx, way back when.
Yeah.
So,
That's my next closest born to city.
Yeah.
Redcliffe.
Redcliffe.
you were
Yeah.
born in Brizzy, weren't you?
Yeah.
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 I bet to fucking denounce the Broncos as well.
Yeah.
Fucking did.
Yeah, but no, it's crazy. They've sort of just flown under the radar as well. But I was looking at the ladder today, boys, and yeah, between position 6 and 17th, there's only 4 competition points, which is absolutely crazy.
You know what's actually crazy? I believe
Crazy Joker.
that every one
Crazy
of these
Tom.
stories we've
Royal
talked
Reels.
about, I've discussed over the weekend.
That is, maybe you're like the chick.
Bro, I
The
talked
future I
about
saw.
we talked about Trainwreck Doco.
Yeah.
We talked about Titan sub. We talked
Travis
about we talked about the ladder
Yeah.
being from 16th to
I reckon
fucking.
he was that fucked up. He's reading our fucking message group notes.
No.
Didn't
No, that
realise.
Nah.
Bro, that only came out. No, that only came out today.
Yeah, this is all pretty much today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we were kind
We
of
talked-
preempting it in the.
We were talking about the golf. We were talking about e-bikes. Fuck me, man. That's why I'm sitting here going, I'm waiting for you to say, yeah, bro, you've told me.
I was there, bro, at the bar.
No, you're
I was
going,
the
yeah,
one in
bro.
your ear
No,
saying,
no,
"Now tell 'em
tonight I
this."
thought I was chatting to yous about all these stories.
Nah. We've been here for 4 hours, bro. What are you talking about?
The accident is real. You need to let us go.
Well, what else did you talk about in the weekend? No.
You tell us what we're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about. You predict our future.
Yeah.
No. I'm just all those stories. I'm going, fuck, was that us talking about all this shit? And even you with the banjo.
Okay.
Banjo
Ready?
boy.
This is a test. Ready? This is to see if we're connected. I'm going to think of a number between 1 and 10. I've got it in my brain right now, Oz Perlman.
Okay, guys.
Okay. And I'm not even going to write it down. I will genuinely tell you if you get it right.
Do we
Okay.
go 1, 2, 3 and we both say it?
Yeah, 1, 2. So, ready? Yep.
So wait, we go 1, 2, 3, then say it.
Yeah.
There was 3
1,
then.
2, 3.
3.
6.
Fucking no joke. It actually was.
Really?
Fucking oath. That's okay. Well, me and Brandon.
Well, the only
connected,
thing
you're
that made me
fucking
do
not.
that was it's written twice on this thing.
Yeah,
Dolphins
see, that's
6.
some Oz
Well, the
Perlman
reason I
shit.
picked
Dolphins-
was 6 is my favourite number.
Dolphins 6 on the ladder
Bro.
between 6th and 17th NRL ladder.
Well,
That's
I picked it because it's my favourite number.
That's some Oz Perlman.
That is some
fucking-
Oz Perlman planting
But
shit.
like focus, like in
Yeah.
focus, Will Smith got the
Yeah,
number
yeah,
55
yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Sent a
that-
hooker
that-
to his room with 55 as a tramp stamp. He's
Yeah,
doing a doggy
that's
looking
right.
at 55. Bush,
and then
bush,
wasn't there
bush.
fucking what's
Yeah.
that song? The Rolling Stones. Like,
Yeah.
woo, woo, and that's like 55.
Yeah,
in China.
Woo is 55.
Yeah, woo is 5. That's right.
Anyway,
That
back
Anyway,
is
to
we are
fucking woo woo. Yeah.
but
That
back
is
to-
woo woo. Oh shit.
This episode is woo woo.
yeah, woo woo.
Yeah, guess who?
Yeah.
Woo woo. That's the name of the episode. Guess who? Woo woo.
Watched a little debunking video on Oz Perlman
Really?
about
After we were giving him the
Where the
highest
fuck's
of raps.
bruh?
this-
I'd love to see this debunking video.
this lad reckons that
One of Joe's
How-
friends around him told him the pin.
how he got his pin was he like Oz Perlman like that would have been set up for months or whatever that date that he was
Or
going to
he
the,
was like spying on him to get his pin.
well he said he would have had a team of people like just being randomly planted at like
Yeah.
Rogan's fucking gas station or the
I did
nearest
hear
Coles
that.
or some shit.
I did hear that.
And there's a little fucking device you can put on the back of your iPhone case that would have that's like an infrared fucking reader.
Yeah. And
So
then-
like shows a heat pattern.
Yeah.
So all they would need to do was go, oh shit, sorry bro, like you can transfer money. I just go transfer money to pay for my groceries or pay for my gas.
Yeah.
Rogan goes up, puts his key card in, whatever,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which for someone with that sort of resources and money, because he would have made a fair bit of money, you could see that possibly happening.
And then what sort of made it plausible was when Rogan said, I've got another key card for another
That was like
bank.
an hour later, though.
No. It was straight up,
Yeah.
and Oz
And he
wouldn't
didn't
let it.
wanna-
And Oz wouldn't let him do it. He was just like, "No, we'll do something else. We'll do something
Yeah, but
better
also,
than
like,
that."
how does he know he didn't? How did he know Rogan wasn't going to use that one to begin with?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah, see, that's where I think that one
So
he was
Oz
already
is
on
a stalker, bro.
Well,
maybe.
I'll tell you what. I'll send you the Scotty Scheffler one after this, where he picks his pin, but before he even picks it, he says to fucking Scotty Scheffler's caddy, "Go get 4 clubs out of the bag right now." Gets the clubs out and he says, "Remember what order you got them out in." Then he gets Scotty Scheffler's pin.
Yeah, see, that's spun.
That's spun.
Is
Like,
the pin the clubs he
the
pulled
pins
out
of the
in
clubs
order?
he picked out in order.
Right.
And this is a cunt that, like, apparently... Because then people try to say, like, oh, he's in on it. But I'm like,
Bro.
if that was the case, people can't, like, hold that in. They'd, like, want to tell you. And then,
Yeah.
like, he wouldn't be as special.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be, like, saying, you need to get him on.
No one
like,
can keep secrets.
Have you
no
seen?
way.
Have
No
you seen
way.
the Bussin' with the Boys one, man? Where he gets them to do like all these birthdays multiplied together and shit like that.
Yeah.
Comes to this fucking number that's over 10 million, right?
Yeah. And it was some...
He gets old mate to shuffle the cards, cut anywhere in the deck.
Yeah, I think I've
and he,
seen
like,
that.
doesn't even touch it.
Doesn't touch the fucking cards, man. Gets fucking Luan, Taylor Luan, to go out. He's like, who's got their fucking wallet here or whatever?
Yeah.
Taylor Luan comes back with like this brown bag full of like $100 notes, just randomly picks one out, even if that's set up or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just, even just the card aspect, of the trick aspect of it was so spun. They got all these birthdays multiplied. Hasn't touched the cards, cuts them anywhere he likes, and that could be pre-programming. You could go, do you want it here or whatever? But even still, then matches it up with the serial number on one of these fucking bills, man. He's just going 6, 8, fucking.
Yeah.
I'm
And,
going,
like,
holy.
okay, for as well, let's just say...
Even to rig that, this would be so hard.
Hard, yeah. That would even just be hard to do.
And think about his Joe Burrow one. The one where he's just like fakes to Jamar. And he was telling the story on the Joe Rogan. They said, do not do anything with Burrow. He's super shy. And he was just like, nah, fuck it, I'm going to do it. They were like, well, this is what he says. So you don't know. But then, like, okay.
It's very convincing if he's got us all fooled.
Yeah. Also, the Muhammad Ali one. And the 14 fighters down to Anderson Silva. Like, that's in the moment. Like, that's not... If someone was stalking him to get his pin... Would they stalk him to figure out he was going to go 14 fighters, cycle through till Anderson Silva?
Yeah.
Like the possibility of that and the Muhammad Ali thing. Yeah, he didn't get it right straight off the bat, the Miles Davis. He said Miles Davis. He didn't say Muhammad Ali, but he's like, but there's another name at the back of your head. And he's like, Muhammad Ali's like, over the photos. Like, out of all the fucking people that Rogan fucking glazes and all the rest of it, like, even if you don't get it right the first time, which is the Miles Davis thing, to get it right straight off the bat and not to fucking even hesitate.
Yeah.
As the final trick.
It's
like,
fucking creepy, eh?
It
It
is
just must
fucking-
be. It just must be. I would actually like to get one of these mentalist books.
I know. That's what Rogan's like, I want to fucking read this book.
Or fucking.
But then he goes to say, like,
he
he
doesn't,
just,
it's not really.
he's like, you
Kev.
wouldn't be able to, he's
Masterclass.
like, you would read that all and still be like, well, how the fuck do you do it? Like,
no,
Yeah.
for sure. But human behavior and thought processes and patterns and stuff must be so easily like primed. It must be like subconscious, like fucking Inception, bro.
One of the Darren Brown ones I remember watching, this is back in the day.
Even though you're fucking trying so hard, bro? Have you seen Flagrant? Andrew Schultz?
Nah,
one?
I haven't watched it yet.
Bro, that's even more spun than Rogan.
Really?
It's just like
I need to watch that one
just
as well.
because
they
Al,
fascinate me so much.
because
mentalists.
Al, like the black dude on Flagrant,
Yeah.
not Akash, the other one,
Yeah.
bro. He's sitting there like so hard. He's
Yeah,
actively
not trying to, he's just going like this.
and he's actively just staring, like
At the
trying to
wall.
keep the same blinking,
Yeah.
a monotone speech pattern.
Yeah.
So just
So he doesn't
looking
get it.
directly at him, yeah. Just,
Well, think about how much Jamie Vernon, young Jamie, on fucked up. Oz's fucking, was it a crush? Did you know her? Oh, no, did you want her name or her fictional name? And he still fucking got it. Like, it's just fucked. I don't,
Yeah, it's fun.
He must be like people. He must look at their face and it's like Matrix. He can see numbers and letters
the
coming,
dark.
running
Literally.
in front of their face. Like he's got something. He's like, "Yep, this is who it is."
Which is what he says in his thing. He's like, the illusion I sell is that I can read minds. He's like, I can't read minds. I'll read people. So, which is essentially reading minds.
Wasn't there an analogy how he used where like animals can sense or see stuff that we can't?
Yeah.
So maybe he's like got this weird fucking thing
Sense, and he's just
where
honed
he
it.
can like sort of see what you're thinking or your emotions.
Well, like that
you know
time when
what I mean?
Rogan went like, he's
what
like,
I
you may
meant,
as well
yeah.
have just said yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't even like think of that sort of thing. Like, and he must pick up on all these little micro expressions.
he's part
but then,
fucking
that
animal.
doesn't help with the owl thing where he's like,
Yeah.
just doing this and there's no expression,
Yeah.
no tone.
Yeah.
And he still gets it.
He's part alien, bro.
It's
or
he has to
animal.
be.
It's just, and Schultz and Akasha sitting there trying to figure it out as well. Like,
Okay, I definitely want to watch that because it fascinates me so
because
much.
Schultz is very like skeptical debunker, but
But he's
that's
also very good at manipulating people
No,
too.
exactly,
he knows how
because-
he does, and that's why
but that's what a stand-up comic
comic
does as well. It's
guide
like
you
you're
where you want to be
guide
guided.
where you
So
want to
he's
be.
like, I can see somehow how you're doing a little bit of this, but I don't know how you're taking it to this next level.
yeah, to the Neds level.
The Neds level,
Yeah.
taking it to the Neds level.
And brought to you by
thought it
Neds.
was-
Yeah, we're gonna get
I
into some
thought it was-
gambling right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Real quickly before we go, I did think it was interesting that he called bullshit on the telepathy tapes. He's like, I could do that.
But see how I just guided that whole conversation
Yeah.
just to get to the phrase the Neds level.
Yeah, exactly. You're a stand-up comic. You said
I'm
it at the
fucking
start of
Oz
the episode.
Perlman, can't. Brought to you
You're
by
Oz
the Neds level.
Perlman.
Let's get to gambling. Brought to you by
Feels
See,
good,
how
eh?
do I know you're going to say that?
Yeah, the longest running joke.
I just guided you to it.
Wait, real test. I'm going to go 1 and 10 again. I've got a number in my head.
Is it different though?
Yeah, it is. It is different. I'll give you that. So it's, bit high probability you'll get it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
4.
Oh, it was 5.
Fuck.
Yeah. Anyway.
Only because there was a 4 on the sheet somewhere fucking that I seen earlier.
4.5,
4 ladder points.
3.15. See a lot of 5s down here. I didn't even see that.
Give us your AI bets, brother, or your, Brandon stats guy.
Yeah, my Brandon Stats guy, Bed Tech, fucking.
Brandon Stats Guy brought to you
So,
by Neds.
guys, this isn't
Brought to you by Oz Perlman.
brought to you by Oz Perlman. The origin, there's too much conflicting energies going on. I can't foresee the timeline, the energy stream.
Too
It's
many
much.
micro
Too many-
expressions.
Too many micro expressions. Too many possibilities.
Too many macro expressions.
Too many macro
as well.
expressions. I can't do it. But I did delve deep into the first NRL game this week, which is Tigers versus Raiders.
Yep.
Last 8 times.
You got your fro coming back
Yeah,
too.
no,
That
I
was
need to
random.
fucking
You need to get crim cut again.
crim cut.
Crim cut,
Yeah, I might get
shave.
crim cut. Yeah, I might
It's
get
all
a
right. I
crim
don't
cut.
mind the
The
curls.
knock on the door, brother.
Crim
Curl-
cut Oz Perlman.
Curls get the girls, bro.
Girls get the girls, man. I've got my girl.
Yep.
Shout out Friday.
Righto, what do we got, Brandon stats guy?
So, first game of the round. Tigers versus the Raiders. Last 10 games. The Raiders have only lost twice. And it was both times where Jamal Fogarty wasn't playing. Jamal Fogarty has 100% win rate every time he has played.
Against the
Tigers.
Tigers.
The Tigers.
Do you know what the spread is? Like how
Since
much have they beat
2000
them by? Like
Oh,
average?
no, it's been a bit close and it's far away as well.
okay,
There's been
okay.
floggings
Sure.
and there's been 1 wins and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Golden point and shit. But as well, the last 2 times the Tigers and the Raiders have gone against one another, the number 9 for the Tigers and the number 9 for the Raiders has scored in both games.
Yeah, right.
So both hookers
Both
scored
hookers
in
scored both last games.
two
Yeah.
matchups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So there's
Who's
been
that?
So what are
there's,
they-
there's been 4 tries.
So what's that? Coruscant and
Coruscant,
Starling?
and it was a fella called Levi. Danny Levi,
Oh, yeah.
which he doesn't play in hooker
used to
anymore.
play for the Knights. Old Danny.
Oh, Danny Levi.
Danny boy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he doesn't play
Danny
for,
Badiris.
doesn't play for anyone
So is he
anymore.
playing for Raiders in the?
No, Denny Levi no longer plays for the Raiders. So I don't know who's in number 9. It
Yeah,
should be
Starling, Tommy Starling.
And Starling's a gun.
Starlink.
Yeah.
Can you
Yep.
do a quick fucking...
What?
Elon Starling.
Appy into Starling.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
That'll pay huge. That's going to pay like
20 something.
20s at least.
Yeah, I reckon
yeah,
for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
For
It'll
sure.
be like 450s into 450s sort of thing.
True.
Yeah, I
Happy
reckon
to be
it'd be.
275
Bear
or
with
something.
me, children.
Bear with me, children.
So Appy didn't get the call up, eh?
For
Appy,
Blues.
He's washed,
yeah.
gun. He's washed.
washed.
Right, Appy on his own,
275.
550.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. This is going to bang.
And Starlink on his own,
Six.
Tommy Starlink, 560.
Oh, bro. This will be like 30s.
Let's have a look. Bet now.
Using your Neds toolbox with a feature I'm not allowed to say by
Yeah.
legal.
31, bro.
Now,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's if you want to, the big, juicy fucking,
Big swinging Dick
the
Stockton
big
rush bet.
swinging Dick Stockton
Yeah.
rush bet.
Yeah.
Titan bet.
If you
Ocean
want to
Gate
go
bet.
the solid bet, it would be Raiders to win
At the line.
at the line, -8.5,
Yeah.
which I also think will happen. But you can do a player A or B on Neds.
What,
Oh,
to
yeah.
score?
Yeah, but that's a selected market, not you don't get to select which
No,
two
but
players.
they've got a wide range of people there, and I guarantee you.
Well, I guarantee that's a big word for two hookers that are paying both over $5 to score. Usually it's like the two wingers or
Yeah.
the two centers or the two
I don't know that's
fullbacks.
going to be on
Maybe.
there, bro. But
Maybe not.
It
Yeah.
could be, once
Yeah.
again.
it could be an
logical prime.
exclusive, nice market, except
Yeah.
except that fucking falling off the wagon.
Get them on. Maybe send it.
Yeah, so how this is the market we want.
Yeah,
this is
maybe
the
send
nice
it.
bet.
Send it, bro. I'm fucking
I'm
done.
going to send the
I'm
email.
done. I'm done with it.
Is that a chain?
Hey, yeah, I think so.
We'll do it. I'll do it after this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice, bro.
Fuck, I love good feedback. Hi, Jack. A big thanks from me. I was getting stressed about the bike, and you helped me a real lot. I really appreciate your effort.
What's that just tells you? Just got to pick up the phone, eh?
Oh,
You
mate.
just
Just
gotta-
pick up the
He
phone.
was sick
give
of the
him a
back
call.
and forth on
He was sick of
email.
the back and forth on email. Jackie Stevens comes in, says, "Hey, big fella, leave your worries at the door.
You were talking to a boy, you're now talking to a man.
I got you sorted, brother."
Yeah, nice. Was that your only Brandon stats guy, bro, for the week?
Yeah, that was my only Brandon Stats guy.
That's all right, bro. Well, let's quickly get into some write-offs and then we'll get into this week we're doing a themed bet tech with Origin 2 coming up tomorrow night. Very excited for that. Don't know now that there's been some colder weather. Is that what makes the Origin fucking...
I think it's that we
there's
lost.
Origin energy in the air?
Nah,
Has
DCE
it got anything to do
got
with cold
dropped.
weather?
No, because it's
got
always
dropped.
this time of year.
Yeah, I know, but wasn't that cold in the game?
No, it's the lost cunt. That's what's fucking us.
But even before game one, like it just there wasn't that magic dust in the air, you know?
Yeah, because we lost at Suncorp.
Yeah,
There was magic dust in the air.
it wasn't Mr. Jerry's anyway.
Yeah,
Righto, my write-off for last week. Yes, like the cold weather, my fucking punting form
Your
has gone
losing
ice
streak
cold.
is cold.
Yeah, I'm now 8 wins, 12 losses, only 2 away from Weasel on my right. Look, you all were laughing at me at the time, and I can now see why Cowboys dogged me 2 weeks ago. And I thought, you know what? Let's just give him one more chance. Let's give him one more go. Let's try to mend this relationship after a massive breakdown. And again, they let me down.
fuck, you should.
What's that? There's some sort of saying about like going for something and expecting the same result.
Oh yeah, doing the same thing over and over again and
Expecting
expecting
a
a different
different
result.
result.
Is the definition of insanity.
Insanity.
Yeah, that's the one. So
Four
that
two.
was me last week, brought to you by Neds.
Brought to you by Neds. Insanity brought to you by Neds.
Yeah,
Sanity brought
not to be confused with Sanity, the CD
Music
and music store. That
digital
was
media, physical digital media store of Australia.
that was in the Blockbuster Video Easy era.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the
R.I.P. What about you boys? What do you write off?
adversaries that was demolished. Yeah, look, mine also. Mark Noah Kanatawase, anytime try scorer, I thought was an absolute sure thing.
Yeah,
an absolute,
I really liked that for you last
week. Try scorer of doom. Scoring really, really well lately. For some reason, the Knights decided to fucking turn up.
Bro, they nearly won, eh? It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Real low scoring game. No one predicted that. I thought it was going to be definitely overs. Wasn't. Just goes to show. So, yeah, I'm staying away from that.
I'm glad we're not in a team in like a punters club comp.
Yeah.
Because we'd be coming close to last. I reckon.
Yeah, very close to last.
Especially if we're rotating the bets.
20 weeks.
That's right, Steve. It's your 3 wins, 17 losses. And Steve, you got up on your little AFL, NRL 4-leg multi there, bro. $2.64. It sort of cancels out one of our Book of Eli rules.
But that's 2 weeks in a row. It's cancelled out. I've just gone with like 2 bread and butter bets, you know. Like, and man, honestly.
But there's
Double
always
bread and
exceptions to the rule. Like,
That is true. There is
it's
exceptions
like-
to the rule. There's even exceptions to Einstein's rule.
It's like that rule
Gives a smart scan
stands
life.
except for when we're talking about bread and butters, you know?
Exactly,
Like,
man.
Yeah,
it's
That's why, like, volume 1 of the Book of Eli is
Yeah.
going to be very different to volume 2. Like the
There's going to be exceptions to the rule.
like,
It's
but
been
there'll
put to
be
the
like
test.
all asterisks to all these rules.
Yeah, well, Tom Campbell, that dude I was telling you about with his big toe, big theory of everything, he said the less exceptions to a theory that you have, the more sound it is. So exceptions are allowed,
Yeah.
but the less the better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, just a couple of weeks in a row, just a couple of bread and butter bets.
Actually, intern just texted me a question about the Book of Eli. Do you want to hear it?
Fucking yeah.
Quick question, Steve-O. The Book of Eli movie, is everyone in there wearing Oakley Sunnies? A guy just come up to me in the bar saying he likes the glasses and mentioned Book of Eli, saying everyone was wearing them in that movie.
Yeah, well, they are.
In the post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, they all are wearing all those goggles because it's very,
Yeah. So maybe that's true.
So maybe they are.
And he
just-
thought
might
there's
be the
some
same.
reference to those Oakleys you wear here, or is that what he was going with?
No, I don't know. He just wanted to
he
know.
just wanted a pair.
And maybe we
should
might
get
have to, when we're on the cover of the Book of Eli or in the inside on the foreword, we might have to all be wearing Oakley Sunnies.
Oakley Sunnies, yeah.
Yeah, that might have to be the case.
I like
A
that.
bit of trivia for the Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I got up, bought 2 by Neds there. I'm on 6 and 14, so I'm creeping up to Brando.
You are
too,
creeping.
so-
I know,
You
you're
little creep. Well, he is the creep
tiptoeing
toeing
in your Jordans,
Jordans, yeah.
all the way up to the
Mr.
top.
Creep over here creeping, nothing new.
Yeah.
I gave that a run just quickly at Leagues Club the other weekend when it was like,
Mr. Creepy.
Steffo, Joey and Casters and Tyler and shit. And somehow tiptoeing in my Jordans come up. Joey couldn't stop pissing himself. He just said, bro, I haven't heard or thought about that song in like a decade. And he properly was giggling for like an hour. He just
Mate.
kept going, tiptoeing
In my Jordans. I only watched that back
Shit
probably
at
a
my
couple
boy
of
Riff
months
Raff.
ago.
Yeah,
Riff Raff,
shout out my
that
boy
film
Riff Raff.
clip.
I follow him on Instagram.
Shout out on my haters. Anyway, this
Anyway,
week,
you're
boys,
tiptoeing up to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, tiptoeing up. Yeah. But this week, boys,
Origin,
like Brando said, yeah.
Origin filter bet tech.
Origin filter.
Yeah.
So I guess in Origin, it's like betting on the Melbourne Cup. Like nothing's a
Yeah.
fucking,
sure
nothing's
thing.
a bread and butter.
Yeah,
You know,
nothing's
there
bread and
is no
butter.
bread and butter. Fucking
There's no sure thing.
Brian
There's
Toto
no-
could score fucking every Origin for the next 20 series, and then you go to put in bread and butter to fucking score, and the cunt could fucking.
Cunt puts Vegemite on.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just doesn't hit.
So I have gone to a market that I used to bet on heavily that went away for a while.
In the Origin arena or?
No, just on my every day to day or Thursday through to fucking Monday, like when NRL was getting played on Mondays and shit. That's when these markets were first getting the kick around, you know.
Yep. So what do you
Most
got?
meters, most tackles. Now, I believe this is the bet. So I've gone Liam Martin most tackles, and I believe it's from this group of players. Like it's not like say
you can't pick
fucking
anyone. Nah.
yeah. Which to
So
me,
he's in like a quadrant with another couple or
well, it's
Oh,
Martin.
they could all lose.
It's Martin, Liero, Crichton, Haas, Tino, and Max King. So from that,
What's Huss say?
well, just from this, they've got their last. I'm not sure if this was Origin or if this was their
Last
last,
five games,
NRL
last
match. But even based on this, Liam Martin's the favourite at when I sent this at fucking, what time did I send that bet? 3 o'clock Wasabi or some shit? 3:15. He's dropped to 3:05. So he's coming in.
Big
It's
money.
can't to see him what I'm seeing as well. He's at the top favourite at 42. He made 42 tackles last. I'm not sure whether that was Origin or last NRL game. The next closest,
Where is it? Where are these markets?
it's
bro?
it's under player markets. That was another little caveat I was meant to give.
Yep.
Player markets, most tackles.
Yep. Nice.
The next
Most
closest is Tino, Haas, and Liero, and they're all on 30. So
Dollars? Oh,
No, so he's
30,
made
yeah.
12 more tackles than them, and he's a $3.05. I just don't see. That's not even close. Like,
Yeah, based on their
Maybe if-
last game.
maybe
yeah.
if he was 42 tackles and Haas was fucking 39.
Yeah, this is in the Origin Arena, bro, because Kingy and Liero only have one each.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah. What are we talking about?
that's what are we talking about for $3.05
not
and
bad.
dropping? Like,
dropping.
Yeah.
is that not fucking? Is that not like a YNU
Well,
on
I'm
that?
just going like, well, if you go back to Payne Haas's 5 ago, yeah, he was only 1 tackle off him.
Yeah.
And then the next game, he beat him by 7 tackles. So, yeah. You know what I mean, if you're going game for game, like for like.
But if you're also going fucking Queensland going to come back fucking Tommy Dearden and running the ball fucking
Run the
dush,
ball
dush,
like
dush.
Butterbucks, yeah.
Like, you think Queensland's going to have a crack? Liam Martin's going to make more than 42 tackles.
yeah.
So I don't know. That to me just seems like value. That seems like overs. That seems like an edge. That seems like buying masterclass for 40% off. Annual yearly subscription that you cancel to make sure it doesn't renew on the fucking 12th of April 2026. That seems like
We'll stand on it, bro.
I am standing on it.
Stand on bidding.
That sounds like
And I'm
a
bid.
very good Ned Tech, Bet Tech, Asco Tech.
That's
to
almost a
me.
plus, though, because are you just riding for your Ned Tech Origin filter Liam Martin anytime? That's what you sent in the group earlier, right?
No. That was that.
Oh, was it?
that
Yeah,
was that,
right.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I must have
it.
just read it wrong, man.
Yeah.
On the bet
Most
slip.
tackles. Liam Martin, most tackles.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was reading there, but
Yeah.
I see it just there now.
315
Nice.
into 305. That time of recording, price subject to change.
Nice douche. For me, I've gone Maroons plus 4.5 alternate handicap. Only going to get $2.10 with that one, boys. But yeah, look, this game could go either way. It could be another relatively close one, or New South Wales could just start playing clinical, well-oiled machine. I know no Mitch Moses, he's out, Luai in, and someone else out, Barnett, I think done his ACL, and not sure who comes in to replace him. Maybe Kingy comes into the run-on. He might be, because he's on that Neds thing, he might be in the run-on 13 there, so rather than off the bench.
The more I think about it, bro, the more we're going to get swept. I wasn't confident last week. I was like sort of umming and ahhing.
But you've had time to
And just listening to Joey Johns talk about how
Yeah.
good the Blues are. It's, yeah. And even he said if there's ever opportunity to sweep them, it's fucking this series.
it's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so
Can't
that's
even know his
probably
fucking
another loss
arse
for
from
me.
his mouth, but yeah.
So the reason that I'm holding off on that 500, Jack, is because I'll be taking 200 off that tick as well.
You'll be taking 100 off.
100?
Yeah, you gave me 2-1 odds.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
Remember that?
That's true. Yes. That's true.
What do you got, Stevo?
Pessimistic prime.
Yeah. So mine was Maroons plus 4.5 alt handicap. Not confident at all, but let's see what happens. Stevo.
Xavier Coates to score any time, $2.50.
Nice.
Any rhyme or reason?
Nah.
Nah.
Nothing makes sense, okay?
Yeah.
You can't predict the future. Anytime you try and do
Unless
good,
you're that bitch.
Unless
that
you're
writes
that
it.
artist,
future I
poetic
saw.
dream,
So
99.
literally, I just went there and I went, who's someone I just no rhyme or reason to bet on? Xavier Coates, bang.
Well, I did see something early in the week. It was a quote from Laurie Daly. He's like, I can't make Toto any taller. They were
Yeah.
talking about how Coach just fucking
Oh,
towers
yeah.
over him.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad shout. If
Okay.
Dearden's got his kicking game or Munster levels up with the kicking game,
Yeah.
captain duties might go up another notch.
And that's also like some Oz Perlman fucking priming you to bet on Coates, because we were talking about how Brando's lead's slipping. We're now into the gambling segment. We talked about how funny it'd be if he stays in here. We referenced Xavier Coates back then. We've brought it all back. Xavier Coates.
Yeah.
Dush, dush, dush.
Dush, brush.
No worries. Well, yeah, all prices subject to change. T's and C's, Ned's website and app. Anything else to send us out there, gents?
Nicesports.com. Get yourself.
Well, Steve,
an
how about
invite.
this? I'll think of a number
Oh,
between 1 and 10,
yeah.
and you try to guess it. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 1.
3.
You didn't say it.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Don't know why I didn't say that. Sorry.
anyway, didn't get it. So you're not Oz
Apologies.
Perlman. You'll never be a mentalist.
Lastly, just to fucking take us out here, South Australia, you are now able to bet on the UFC. We decided to take your concerns to upper management.
Yeah.
We got onto our boys, beep out, beep,
Yep.
their name, and beep, beep, beep.
Our boys at Legal.
Our boys at Legal. And then we spoke to who I fucking don't like. And then we spoke to, and they can fucking watch this. And then we spoke to the big dog, Kerry Nedley Packer. He talked to his
Third
movers
of his
and
name.
shakers, third of his name. He talked to the movers and shakers, the little weasels in politics down in South Australia, and got you guys approved to bet on the UFC finally. But you can still go fuck yourselves.
See ya, boys.
Mate.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website